The late afternoon sun was hitting the pavement, making the entire supermarket parking lot look like a sheet of blinding silver. We were sitting in the front seat of our car, the air conditioning hummed, but it couldn't quite cut through the thick, suffocating tension between us. We had been married for 9 years, and lately, it felt like we were just going through the motions. No fights, no shouting matches, just a quiet, devastating drift. I remember looking at Liam's profile as he gripped the steering wheel, feeling this immense, hollow ache in my chest. I found myself wondering, when did we become so cold? When did the man who used to make me laugh until I cried turn into this silent stranger? Then, he glanced out his side window. Near the cart corral, a young mom was trying to wrangle 2 toddlers, while balancing 3 giant paper grocery bags in her arms. Suddenly, the bottom of the heaviest bag tore completely open. Jars of pasta sauce shattered on the asphalt, cans rolled under nearby SUVs, and a box of cereal burst open, spilling everywhere. The mom just stood there, looking at the mess, and I could see her jaw clenching as her eyes welled up with tears. She looked completely defeated. I saw her. I felt a quick flash of sympathy, but I stayed in my air-conditioned seat. I told myself it would be awkward to interfere, that she'd be embarrassed if a stranger walked up, that she probably had it under control. I rationalized my own comfort. But Liam didn't even hesitate. He didn't ask me for permission, and he didn't say a single word. He just threw the car into park, unbuckled his seatbelt, and stepped right out into the sweltering heat. I sat there in the quiet passenger seat, watching through the glass. Liam didn't rush over like some aggressive hero trying to make a point. He just walked up slowly, with his hands out, and immediately crouched down on the hot, dirty asphalt right next to her. He started picking up the rolling cans, gently corralling them into a spare plastic crate he kept in her trunk. He even laughed, pointing at one of the toddlers, who had grabbed a rolling orange, instantly diffusing the entire stressful situation. For the next 10 minutes, I just watched my husband. He stayed low on that dirty ground, completely ignoring the fact that pasta sauce was getting all over his clean sneakers. He didn't look at his phone. He didn't glance back at the car to see if I was paying attention. He was just completely, beautifully present for a stranger who was having a terrible day. And looking at him through that dusty windshield, it felt like a heavy veil was ripped straight off my eyes. The man who always leaves the last slice of pie for me, the man who quietly takes care of the world around him without ever demanding a thank you. He hadn't gone anywhere. He hadn't changed. I was just the one who had stopped looking. I had been so consumed by my own exhaustion, so focused on everything that felt hard about our life, that I had completely blinded myself to the quiet, brilliant goodness of his soul. The mom smiled, thanking him over and over as he helped her load the rest of her groceries into her van. Liam gave her a friendly wave, turned around, and walked back to our car. He climbed into the driver's seat, wiped a bead of sweat from his forehead, and looked over at me with a soft, slightly sheepish grin. "Sorry about that, babe. Hope I didn't keep you waiting too long." My throat was so tight with tears, I couldn't even speak. I didn't say a word. I just reached across the center console, took his warm, sticky hand, and squeezed it, so hard my fingers hurt. He looked a little surprised, but then, his eyes softened, he locked his fingers through mine, and he pulled our car out onto the main road. And for the first time in years, the silence in the car felt completely warm.